In the
Yo,
audio
what's up, everybody? I told you we were going live, Dan. Here we are once again, one day late for the, 1 day and about 5 minutes late for.
You were on a secret mission for the Alliance.
Yeah, so secret that I finally got some.
Oh yeah,
officer markings.
Oh yeah, are you a captain?
Yeah, no.
He's got his
It's
his
classified.
badge, his badges on this. Is that
Actually,
is that captain
so,
or?
So I got this little kit at Disneyland. It's got.
Got it.
It's got. Let's see. Does it work better on this one? Let's see here.
Oh, there we go. See, he's doing another ink.
Got a little markdown.
Are you seeing what he's doing?
Yep.
Yeah. Everybody's seeing what I'm doing. I'm doing it live on YouTube.
We're doing it live. No, but that's how you could do the toys.
But it's got. Well, yeah, but this camera's kind of crappy because the camera.
I mean,
it's a camera on an old tablet.
Mm-hmm. You probably can just clean the lens, and it'll look fine.
But yeah,
not with
acetone. I haven't decided what I'm gonna leave it as.
What your final rank will be?
But they gave 6 rectangles of each blue, red, and yellow. So once I decide what rank to give myself, I'll do it. So
it's tracking.
Maybe let us know in the chat. Comment if you watch this video later. You know, let me know what rank you think I should use. Sorry, I got this side.
Oh, what did I just did
since that's still on, I also got.
There we go.
A Sabak card set to play. There was a guy outside Galaxy's Edge, just doing like samples of the game, like gives a little breakdown. So it's pretty cool.
Does it have the little dispenser so they can shoot out of your wrist?
No, it doesn't have Lando's little rig. But it comes with a pair of dice.
You gotta make your own.
Nice.
Some little carvings on it, and it's a deck of 62. I think it's 62 cards. There's 2 zeros and 30 of each positive and negative numbers. One day we'll have a stream and play it.
I have no memory on what the rules of it were.
Luckily
there's a thing that has the rules of Sabak.
Oh right, the paper's stuck in the box. There you go. Yeah, a little instruction booklet. So, yeah,
I'm sure it's super easy.
Find. Yeah, it is. It's it's like playing blackjack, except 20 instead of trying to hit 21. You want to hit 0, but you want to do it with the most cards possible. You know,
I have the fuzzy dice, the fuzzy Sabak dice from the Millennium Falcon.
Oh,
they're still
really?
in the box. Yeah, but if I ever get a cool custom car or something, I can hang them from the rearview mirror. They're like the fuzzy dice that you find in lowriders, but they're Sabak die. I mean, how cool is that? My brother got that for me.
The kind you would find on the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah,
right.
Or in some old beat up van from the 1970s.
Yes.
But yeah. So was there any other Star Wars news this week?
I mean, there was like negative stuff. I don't know if we get into that stuff, but
what do you mean? What was negative?
People didn't like what Outlaw that the paywalls, all the paywalls, like the extra mission, like the Jabba mission is paywalled and blah blah blah. I'm not gonna buy it anyway. Not until it's reviewed and maybe a couple patches. You know, I'm just being more conservative.
I might actually buy this one out the gate.
Are people familiar? Are people familiar with Ubisoft's gaming practices? Like, this is just the way they do it. They always make a super premium.
I would recommend it if you're a hardcore Star Wars fan and you like games like, I don't know, Assassin's Creed and what's that other one that they did that people like? Far Cry and what do you call it?
Just
I mean,
bunch
there's a bunch of games that they have. They all play fairly similarly.
yeah.
If you like those games, you'll probably like this game. And honestly, don't buy the one with all the extra cosmetics. Just get the one that comes with the season pass, and you'll be happy. That way, you'll get the job mission. You'll get the 3 days early deal, and
the cosmetics. Apparently, you will get
cosmetics.
Mhm.
Yeah, the cosmetic stuff is
oh shit.
you're clicking in and out there, Dan. But yeah, Ubisoft's cosmetics are always overpriced.
Yeah.
The best way to it's like buy the game, but don't buy the extra cosmetic stuff is a good way to vote with your wallet. Say, hey, you could have this money, but you can't have this extra money. You know, that way they still make games, and they might calm down with all that stupid extra cosmetic stuff that's not gonna, you know, if it's not new missions, it's not worth it. If it's not
Ubisoft
extra
will never, they will never come
extra
down with
achievements.
it. The extra, they will never.
They can't. I mean, if people got the expendable income to buy, I mean, I don't care if I can. I played through Jedi Fallen Order. I know this is Respawn, not like I only changed the outfit once to get the achievement for changing the outfit. Like I don't care.
It also
Yeah,
incentivizes,
it's not a
it also
super big deal.
incentivizes their service though too.
Yeah. But
Apparently, you will get the cosmetic stuff later at some point, so you don't even have to really pony up immediately. It's just to get it right away. So,
but also since we were just talking about, I was at Disneyland yesterday. I'm sure I wasn't going to show it, but I'll show it again anyway. I met up with Instagram. Well, Kate actually introduced me to an Instagram guy that she follows that makes little metal things he hides around Disneyland, and got a Mando coin.
Nice.
See the little Mickey ears on the side.
Mhm.
And it's got Mickey and it says one credit in Arabic.
We lost your audio again.
Oh man, Dan, are you using an inconvenient phone?
there we go. That was me. I'll stop messing around with my iPad.
Once you find the right
Did I-
audio, you.
I hope I didn't curse on the stream.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
But there was some.
No, I was asking. Does that guy do exclusively Star Wars stuff or all kinds of?
No, he does mostly thing. What is Chris's handle again on Instagram? Hoping she'll tell me in chat.
She's sending it.
Oh, fair. Here we go. Yeah, that's the creator of that coin I got.
I don't. Let me see if it'll show up.
What is?
I don't know. It's a Disney one.
Mm-hmm.
Another Disney coin that he's made.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Yeah. So Ferris Bow on Instagram. He makes a lot of cool stuff. Really nice guy. And was it? Oh, there was one other remaining thing from last week. I couldn't find the glass.
Oh, yeah, the glass.
Oh, yeah. You see the things. It's got.
Is there a photo of it? I can see what it looks like.
Galactic Cruiser. You know what? I'm actually just gonna go ahead and open it. So.
Ooh, an unboxing.
No.
So,
I think he's gonna peel out the plastic next.
No.
The thing is I looked up the item.
Value.
I looked up the item on online, and there was pictures of it from the Star Cruiser Hotel, the Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel, and it had printing on it. And I don't remember seeing that on the glass I was served my drink in. So I'm just curious to see if it has it or not. So here we go. No, there's no printing on it. It just looks like a fancy. It's supposed to be a chandrillin. I forget what the actual type of glass this is.
I know. You put out you get
goblet.
One of those
That's
little,
what it is. A chandrillin goblet.
You get one of those little LED lights that drops in the bottom, and you put a cube of dry ice in your drink, and it'll look like a Star Wars drink for sure.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't colored when he gave it to. Well, the drink itself was purple, but but I wanted to know if this had text on it, so it doesn't. So that's makes it less keep it in the box, and more I might actually use it. I might actually get a second one, because what's good in having a nice drink glass, unless you could share a drink with somebody else. Yeah, you get a glow cube from Disneyland's putting them in a lot of drinks these days. So
yep.
I guess we should just get to the episode. What do you guys think?
Sure.
All right. So this latest episode of the Bad Batch is called Into the Breach. Dan, do you know who's responsible for making this one?
Yeah. So this episode was directed by Saul Ruiz and written by Brad Rao, who these guys have worked on a couple episodes this
how was that spelled, Rao? I'm just curious.
RAU.
Okay.
I
had a math teacher in 10th grade who had that last name. I wanted to make sure it was different, and it is.
I want to mention Nick Nimitz or whatever, one of the writers on previous episodes. He worked on Clone Wars, so it's nice to see him, somebody who's worked on Clone Wars, helping wrap up this final season. There's a lot of collaboration going on.
It only makes sense for Dave to use the animation people that he's worked with for years on the new stuff. I mean, he might not be hands-on on all these projects, but he's in charge. So so yeah, so let's see, where do we start out? Why is this going? All right, so we start out at the Tantus space, and I don't know why I've not mentioned it before, but I noticed Star Wars Meg pointed it out a couple days ago. There's two hills.
Yep.
Mount Tantus is a twin mount.
Yeah. I never even noticed that. How many
the snow melted in the meantime, huh? It must be a different season.
Was it snowy last time?
Look at the snow cap above Jimbo's head. In his from last season.
Yep.
Wait a second. Okay.
Yeah. Snow caps.
All right. Yeah. How about that? How about that? Crazy.
My head's in the way of the other one usually.
Yeah. No, I just never noticed it before. I don't know why.
Oh, fucking mosquitoes. God damn it. Sorry. I guess I just got attacked, Kate.
Well, we're 13 minutes in. It's nothing to worry about.
It's
I'll be right back.
It's 7:20.
Kate,
now we just got Oh. All right. Dan, let us know when you're back in. I put you out of the screen. Yeah, so Mount Tantus. What did I do? All right. Oops. We get some ominous looking dudes and one of the floating medical droids coming down the hallway. They're waking everybody up. This looks just as comfortable as the beds that they were sleeping on in Yo, what's up, man? Did you handle your mosquito problem?
They just like my Asian blood.
Sure. That's what you get for where are you in the backyard where you're at?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right, I got
At 7:20 in the evening this time.
7:30 on a warm evening in Southern California.
I thought with the breeze it'd be okay.
No, you need a fan on your legs or whatever.
I mean, I got my shields up now, so I'm good.
All right. Your NVIDIA shield.
I just noticed Omega's doing the Leia prisoner.
No,
she's getting up.
the Elvira pose. Oh, wait, yeah, that's the Leia. The Leia pose is like the Elvira couch pose.
Like this. It's like poetry and rhymes.
Yeah.
I always quote that.
That just does not look comfortable to sleep on.
Nope.
I don't know if those are foam pads or hard pads or what, but
tiny little cubicle.
No thanks. So she heads out and starts talking with the other kids, introduces herself to the one that Emery gave Omega's doll to last week. And the little girl tells her that Dr. Emery is the Dr. Carr, I'm sorry, is the only nice one.
Uh-huh.
But oh yeah, and she also tells Omega that they like us to play these games. So these games don't look very entertaining. It's like block stacking.
Yeah, but it's like
Tetris.
intuition. They're using their intuition, and I think that's like raw force latency.
I guess, but I mean,
it's also just spatial awareness,
like digital. Like I'd rather play with physical Legos than digital ones. Like, but I thought it was interesting that when the other kids walk up and everybody's introduced to each other, Omega asks, "How long have you guys been here? How long have you all been here?" And instead of them answering the question, it's just they don't like it when we talk to each other. Like almost the exact words. They don't like it when we talk to each other so much. And yeah, it's kind of sucks because I wanted an answer to that question, but it is what it is. That girl I just zoomed in on, her name was Sammy. And then we cut to correct me if I'm wrong, this is the same place from season 1? When Cad Bane captures Omega and she's rescued by Fennec Shand or re-kidnapped by Fennec Shand, or and then Bad Batch shows up.
To me,
it's not
other Bespin.
It's like another gas planet basically.
Yeah, but it looks like it looks Kamino-ish.
The tech,
the building.
This is not actually beyond the realm of possibility for something like this. They say that you could actually, even though the surface of Venus is like thousands of degrees and you would die under the pressure instantly, the upper atmosphere, you would need an oxygen mask, but you could actually live in the atmosphere of Venus. So.
The upper atmosphere that's got a normal temperature,
yeah. If you could have like a blimp or something to float up there, you could actually, if the winds don't tear you apart, of course. But
like a Led Zeppelin.
Yes. Like a real Bespin. Imagine living on a real Bespin planet. That'd be cool.
And if your levitation fails, you fall into greenhouse gas run wild that you burn up and get crushed.
With like acid rain. Like real acid rain.
Is it like Purple Rain?
No.
A little bit.
So we find out that the Bad Batch are actually chilling here waiting for Echo to show up. And Homeboy is not. Why did I can't remember his name right now? I just rewatched the episode 5 minutes ago.
Rampart.
Or Rampart. There we go. 5 minutes ago. 30 minutes ago.
Vice
He's
Admiral.
sassy.
Hey Travis, how you doing? And
What's up, Travis?
yeah. So we got Rampart just complaining because that's what Rampart does.
Mm-hmm.
And Hunter reminds him, we could bring you back to that planet, the prison planet.
They just keep threatening him with taking him back to prison.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
it's weird.
Look,
They don't really get into it, but I wonder how he feels. Like the Empire betrayed him. He doesn't really want to be a prisoner, so I guess he's just gonna like go retire on the Outer Rim or something, right?
Something. I mean,
I have a feeling he's not gonna make it. I think he's gonna not survive. I don't know.
Well, you know how it works. Anyone who has any redemption arc
must
die.
I feel like there's an Imperial base that's like named after him, isn't there?
No, he could probably
or a maneuver
find
or,
some.
I don't know. I feel like
as a
I'd
vice
heard that
admiral,
name.
he might have stashed some resources somewhere in the galaxy that he could live off of.
Right.
Especially
So
after the Empire falls.
So they let's see. Travis brings up a good point here. I agree.
Yeah, he's actually a compelling character now.
I also appreciated the little push too. It's just like a constant thing everybody on the show does now.
What's that?
Right.
The push people to like get him to move. Like you got like push him to get him motivated.
Yeah.
It seems like okay. First of all, do you think we're gonna see before we move on, Fee again, or she's out? She's done. Because it seems like the show is narrowing now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think the end is just going to be the Bad Batch and Omega. Like it just seems like it's going to shrink. You're going to see Echo, Bad Batch, remaining Bad Batch, and Omega.
I don't think there's any more trailer footage with Fee in it that we haven't seen.
I think we've seen the last of her.
If she does show up, I think it won't be until like the last episode, in some kind of like prologue or something.
Or maybe rescue them off the planet or something.
Yeah,
he has that stealth approach.
Or the old Han Solo, like don't show up until it matters.
Yeah,
she is a pirate after all. It makes sense though because the last place she would want to go is Coruscant. Like as a pirate, that's not.
Well, I mean, but that's not their final destination is in Coruscant. It's
no, but that's where they're going right now with Rampart.
Right. Yeah. So yeah,
and she's like, I'm out.
Bringing that.
I'm not going to the Imperial core.
Yeah, that's a little too much. A little bit too much heat.
Yeah.
And she's already been compromised.
So. Oh. Yeah. A little bit sad. Not very sad though.
I mean, because you want to see what does a vice admiral do after post Empire, like I want to see his character.
Yeah.
Imagine if he joins the rebellion or something crazy like that, or becomes a smuggler. Like I want to see what somebody does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ventress is definitely gonna have another show.
Yeah, they would.
They wouldn't bring her back just for one-off episode when her character is like so important.
The voice actress for Ventress said that there's a lot more Ventress in store for us.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so they find out
Goth Night Sister.
Yeah, Night Sisters. Ventress and Marin, they need their own show together. Right? So we get the information that they have to go to a space station that's orbiting Coruscant in order to get the destination of Tantus.
Yeah, no problem.
Which I'm sure is, let's make it as complicated as possible.
Gotta go into the belly of the beast.
Yep.
And only they would
like the episode's called though, Into the Breach, right?
Yep.
So
I mean, they have the experience and they're like using all their skills.
Right.
Besides just brute force in this episode. Like, this is Bad Batch mission. Like, this is the kind of stuff they would have done for the Republic back in the day. Infiltration, espionage.
Yep. So I thought this was pretty funny. They give Rampart a disguise,
Mm-hmm.
and he's not cannot be serious. And so I'm just gonna let this inaudible play, and yeah, he can't wear it because it's a captain's uniform.
Yeah, that'd be
And
degrading.
the moment of silence that they gave him, they just like
It's
dead silence staring at
he
him.
went from vice admiral to prisoner
Mm-hmm.
to captain.
Mm-hmm. If you think of it that way, it's a promotion.
Yeah, they're like, we could just
Yeah,
toss
exactly.
Matt Sherlock right now.
He got the ultimate demotion, and now he's getting a promotion. It's not all the way back up, but it's a pretty good way.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like he's like, you know, private. But yeah. Yeah, he is Travis got another good point. Rampart's wearing an outfit very similar to Ezra does. It's that orange. I was seeing someone was saying in a stream that there's like a theory that the Rebel Alliance like fighter pilots, they all wear orange because it's like wearing prison colors. Like it's like saying we are the ones you want to subjugate, doing whatever we're doing to you. But I don't know. Just a theory. But so they head off to I'm a little out of it. I was walking around Disneyland all day yesterday. They head off to the base on Coruscant. But before we get there, we cut back to Tantis, and Dr. Carr is going around doing her blood samples. And when she goes to take Omega decides to swipe one of the tools off of Dr. Carr's tray. But Omega also tries to tell Dr. Carr that she wants to believe what she tells her, but when she doesn't give up the information where the other kids came from, she's a little apprehensive. But Omega does learn that the walls have panels that take in the blood samples, and comes up with a pretty ingenious idea, which she'll get to later in the episode. It's little. This episode, while it was pretty good, but it had a pretty long, slow part.
Did she steal the tool instrument at this part?
Yeah,
the question is whether is she just like not look Dr. Carr just looking the other way? Like I didn't notice anything off my tray missing, or is it a actual lapse? It's unknown at this point, right?
Yeah, probably.
Because Dr. Carr has sympathies, obviously, because even the other doctor is like, like, why are you even letting her talk to these other kids,
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like the other doctor just wants to keep them in their cells, doesn't even want them to play the games.
Yeah, I think she's lying by omission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is omission
I
really
wouldn't put
lying?
it past her.
Yes.
Yeah. Morally, yes. If you know somebody stole something from somebody else and you don't say anything, it's kind of lying.
But if you know someone stole something from you and you don't tell somebody else, is that the same thing?
I mean, if it's important,
but if you wanted them to steal it, because you couldn't really give it to them.
Yeah, then that's definitely hilarious.
I don't know. But
I mean,
yeah,
we support her lie. I mean, it's for a good reason, but it's still. She's I think she's turning.
very, very slowly. But that
She's
other,
just wait. I feel like she's just waiting for the right moment to do something
right.
to get Omega out of there.
It's like, how does she do something about the situation without getting executed?
Basically.
Or worse. Slow death's a lot worse than a quick one. What?
Oh, nothing. I just saw some bad news on my phone. I'm not gonna look at my phone right now.
Oh yeah, don't look at your phone. We're doing a stream.
We're dealing with Star Wars, not Earth Wars.
Yeah, Earth Wars there's nothing we could do about that. Star Wars stuff we could,
Earth Wars down,
complain loud enough.
Earth Wars down, Star Wars up. It's gonna be Fallout. That's all I'm saying. Get to your bunkers.
So, yeah. So this is I think this is like the first time that all the kids are shown to be like at the same table.
Yeah,
because there's 3 tables, and 3 kids.
There's a new kid down to come and engage them a little bit.
And is talking to him.
Yeah, and like Omega notices the doll right away. She's like,
Mhm.
oh. She doesn't like immediately mention it, but she's like looking at it. Like, oh, where'd you get that?
It would have been funny if she was like, "That's my doll.
think-
Give it back."
Is this moment happens after she stole the thing from Dr. Carr, right? Yeah.
Yes, this is
because she shows them the little tool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shows
she's
him at
like
the end
a-
of this scene.
Omega's like a prisoner, like a hardened criminal. Like,
Well, she's already been doing it for like a full year before.
right.
Yeah.
I got my shank here. Don't mess with me.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
She was actually probably in tighter confinement. There might be a lot of observation, but it's not as tight as like.
She was isolated. She only had her own bunk, right? That little room.
Yeah, and then like her
She didn't have any other
routine of
kids.
feeding the things, like
Yeah, she didn't have any friends
fact,
other than Batcher.
That is kind of weird. They gave her some kind of some modicum of freedom, actually, if you want to call it freedom. But
Before, well, that was because Nala Se insisted upon it.
mhm.
She wouldn't
Yeah.
work unless Omega was treated really well.
got special conditions. Yeah.
Yeah, but they basically put an essential part of a special forces team into another group to organize them. Oops.
Yeah. So that other doctor is kind of like she shouldn't be with them.
No, she shouldn't.
So because Omega, of course, she tells them, she tells the other kids, I've escaped and she's gonna do it again.
I busted out of this place once and I'm doing it again.
Yeah. So that's gonna be pretty good.
Omega looks like the oldest kid there.
She is the oldest kid. She looks so much older when presented with these other kids.
Yep.
Like she doesn't look that old by herself.
She's like a tween. She
Yeah,
looks
she
now.
looks like she's
I
like
noticed it in
12,
the previous episodes with her haircut.
between 12 and 15 here.
Mhm.
Like she's,
I'd peg her at like
because these two look like under 10
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, she's looking around like 12, maybe almost 13. I don't know. Clone age, who knows?
Right. But
She's 45
gives
years
him-
old.
she's 40. Well, she's 50 like Grogu.
Yeah.
But she flashes her little tool and she says she's gonna use it to help break out. So yeah. I see a couple more comments from Travis, but I want to touch on them when we get to spots that I think his points are pertinent to. Let's see here. All right, so we get cut back to the batch, and I'm just gonna let this play for a second because I just like the way this looks. It's hyperspace travel.
Wow,
It's just
Mhm.
yeah.
looks much better.
So we get oops. It's not what I
Oh,
wanted to do.
removing their customizations on their armor.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they're getting scrubbed clean, but they're still not the white plastisteel or
No,
whatever.
their armor is
way.
so custom already and unique that they stick out. And they mention it like Rampart's like, you guys stick out like
Right. Yeah,
sore thumb.
he's overheated Gamorreans, he says.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
That is, yeah.
That's a
That is
good band name.
right? Right? That would be a great band name. Overheated Gamorreans. But they don't take all the color out of their uniforms. I think that's kind of an issue.
I don't think
Rampart
they have any paint. They can remove it, but they don't have anything that like alter the
Yeah.
color.
right.
Like Crosshairs,
With them.
they just take off all of like Crosshairs red, and
Yeah.
then the other guy's colors are pretty much like stuck on.
Yeah, because like Wrecker's got like a yellow trim on his pauldron,
Mm-hmm.
and like it's just it's just weird. So we get another shot of Coruscant and the base floating in front of it.
We're seeing a
like-
lot of it this season.
Yeah, I feel like this is like the least detailed shot of Coruscant that we've got.
Mm-hmm.
But it
Yeah,
does
you
look
only got
like
to
there's
orbit.
some. It does
But,
look like there's some like grassy spots, which is kind of cool.
I mean, we see a lot of it in we see it in Andor. We see it in is Andor the one where with the scientist?
Is Andor the one with the
am I mixing-
scientist?
You know, the
Are you-
cloner scientist that's
No, that was Mando 3.
I know 3 has a couple episodes with that cloner guy
I think so, isn't it?
that he gets his brain wiped by that machine.
Oh yeah,
He
you
gets
know what? Maybe it
betrayed
was
by-
Andor. I don't know.
It's all kind of blurring together, but we're
It's
seeing
all-
a lot.
it's all
Coruscant,
blurring
that's what I'm
together.
saying.
I feel like that was
Star Wars,
Mando
like,
because you're talking about that because it's
He-
not
he gets
Andor. It's
reformed.
not Andor because it's post Empire.
oh, that's right.
So it's got to be Mando.
Mando is post Empire. Oh yeah, duh.
Right.
That's when it happens.
Andor's pre.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I they do these side missions in those shows now. It kind of throws me off. But yeah, like we're seeing a lot of Coruscant in Star Wars lately. It's just remember they get those popsicles, those fluorescent popsicles.
Yeah, that was Mando season 3.
In this, we're just seeing it from orbit, but you know, it's a big deal.
Right.
Now they just need to do Coruscant Underworld.
So
It's got to throw it in there every episode.
We get Rampart being very doubtful.
Think of the
that
arcade
he's
game.
Gonna go. And he's like,
Well, I mean, it is a ludicrous mission.
but like,
He's
look at
absolutely right.
what he says. He's like, mess this up. I know how to carry myself. I didn't become a. Oh, there's that Gamorrean slide.
Vice Admiral.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't become a vice admiral on looks alone. It's like,
Mhm.
He's conceited too. All right.
but like every officer has to come off like that.
Yeah. He was on his way. If Vice Admiral, he was on his way to becoming like
Yeah.
governor.
Well, he was taking direct orders from Palpatine. There wasn't a chain of command to him. It was direct. It was.
So he's probably got beef with Palpatine. Maybe he will join the rebellion. That would be a cool arc for him.
Right.
I mean, he'll probably die during the rebellion, but it would be nice to see him like go down fighting.
We
Just to get revenge. He doesn't even care about the rebellion or freedom. Like he just wants revenge on the Empire. I like that. I would like that story.
Right. So we get another Hunter, we broke you out.
We'll break
They-
you in.
They betrayed you.
Uh-huh.
It's like
We can break you.
it's just come on. He knows. He knows now.
He gets it.
No,
he
he
gets
needs to
if
be
he was
reminded. He needs to
gonna-
be reminded.
If he was gonna like blow the whistle on him, he'd be doing it already. Like, you know.
What does he think? What would happen though? If it's like, oh, thanks for the good work. Now get back in prison.
Yeah, exactly.
Why
Yeah,
did
the
you
Empire's not his friend. He knows.
Why
So
did
we
you
get this? We get this new officer, deck
He knows.
commander, whatever he is, who's pissed
Mhm.
off that this ship that wasn't scheduled to land here. It's the stolen
Deck
ship. that
officer. Deck
got
officer.
It's possible he came in through the south. Oh, never mind. Yeah,
Put this in your
sorry,
south entrance.
So we get this guy kind of hounding them. Who's responsible for this vessel? And the bats just kind of stand there. They don't respond to the guy, even though he's some kind of
Their private security. So that is how they're selling this. Is that because
right.
look at what's his name from Rogue One? He had the Death Troopers as his private security.
Right.
Same idea. Like I'm on a secret mission. These are my dudes. Like they're not your typical.
Well, yeah.
They're not stormtroopers.
Yeah, that's exactly what he does. This is my division, and it's classified. And if you have a problem with that, contact Governor Tarkin. And no one wants to talk to Governor Tarkin.
No.
Yeah, not even Governor Tarkin.
I think talking to Governor Tarkin is the swift way to like the Star Wars equivalent of Siberia.
Yeah.
I mean, they did show that planet that was basically space Siberia.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was this season. You know, we made the Dune reference. You know what we didn't make the reference to?
What's
Tremors.
That? It's because I've never seen
With
that.
the worm.
Yeah.
You've never seen Tremors?
No.
Oh, that's a classic. We'll watch it in October.
No.
The classic. It's got Wang Chen. No, not Wang. The sorcerer from Big Trouble in Little China is in there.
Egg
Shen.
Yeah.
He's in it. It's a great movie. Great movie.
It is.
Classic monster flick. Like great.
Yep. It's just some B movie action. Oh,
Uh-huh. But like,
I don't know.
well.
I don't know.
Michael Gross is still a part of every single one of them. They're fantastic.
Michael Gross.
He knows which side of the bread is buttered for him.
Michael Gross from Family Ties.
Yeah, that's his paycheck. I mean, he is that franchise now.
Yeah.
It's not like an official movie of the Tremors series if he's not in it.
Gotta have Bert.
Yeah,
the gun nut who saved everybody.
I don't think there's enough alcohol made in the planet to get me to watch that.
It's a great movie. Eric's never seen Tremors.
Now we know what we're watching this Sunday.
No.
Yep.
No.
It's a great flick. It's funny and like action and
I'd rather watch The Rise of Skywalker.
I watched like 5 of them in a row. Like
I'd rather watch Star Trek.
I watched like one of them one day, and then like
there's varying quality, but that first one is legendary.
Yeah,
legendary. As far as like monster movies go.
Yeah, I think it goes like
you guys are all ganging up on me.
I think it goes with
there was even a show.
Yeah. 1, 5, 2, 3, 7.
Oh.
What are they flying ones called? They have a funny name for them.
Ass blasters.
Blastoids.
Ass blasters.
Oh man.
They're called ass blasters.
Oh,
It's the Mexican ass blasters.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, back to Star Wars.
Where nothing has silly names.
Yeah. So this is like a fun crew, right?
Mm-hmm.
No one looks like they want to be there, and 3 of them you can't even see their faces.
Like it's the most serious crew of people of the show.
Right. So they discover. Oh yeah, they give
Wow, dude,
the bull
that guy looks so good now.
the BS. You guys are off duty. It's like he's doing a
Mhm.
Jedi mind trick without being a Jedi by threatening people
Yeah.
with disobeying orders because he's not really supposed to be giving him orders, which I don't know. It's kind of funny.
I mean, they're giving the evening off. They're like, okay,
Yeah,
Sweet deal.
right. Because he dismisses him like we just started our shift, but we get our first little stun of the show.
look at okay. I want to mention, look at this room, this control room. This is classic Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
They grafted. They like studied the set design of A New Hope and like completely copied it. It's great.
I mean, I'm surprised that door opened high enough for one of the guys to not bump his head walking through the door.
I don't see the microphone stand though.
That was for the prison bay.
Mm-hmm.
This is the what is this? Data
Control room.
up. I don't even
Center.
know what it is. I don't even know. No, sorry, I'm just got distracted by the chat still. Jamie Kennedy was in Tremors. No wonder I didn't want to watch it.
In 5 and 6.
I've met that guy in real life a couple times. No thanks. No thanks. Yeah. All right. Sorry. We discover that the ship doesn't have the data. Or am I jumping ahead? And it's going to be beamed to it once it launches to go.
Yeah, it's the highest level of security.
But in the interim, that deck officer comes back and starts telling Wrecker, he's like, "Hey, I gotta see your signature logs because your point of origin doesn't match up."
Where's your captain?
Yeah,
Captaining.
Yeah. That's a great line.
I want to mention in case we missed it. Wrecker is scrolling. He's scrolling the HoloNet.
when it comes up to him.
It's been mentioned on several podcasts, and like people were like, he's just like, and people were like, can we just have like a YouTube channel of him scrolling the HoloNet, like just this freeze frame,
lo-fi, beats to
lo-fi music. No, yes, somebody's gonna make it.
Lo-fi beats to scroll the holo too.
Yes,
right.
Legit. That shot is great. That's a great shot. In fact, that's gonna be my next background next episode.
All right.
Great shot. But yeah, he's scrolling the HoloNet because I think about it. He's on Coruscant. They have like low latency access to. They're not in the sticks where you're just seeing a feed from
he's got full bars on his device.
Yeah,
exactly. And maybe they not because for security when they're on mission, like you can't access it because you can be traced. But you're here at Coruscant, you might as well like just see what the latest TikToks are.
This mask looks so strange without the skull on it.
Mm-hmm.
All
their skulls got scrubbed clean.
Yeah, except the one that's actually on Hunter's face.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mess with this guy. I wouldn't mess with Wrecker. Look how big he is.
Right. He is. He's
scary armor even without the skull.
Right.
See, this should have been the first part of a 3-part movie. You know what I mean? Like,
but this guy seems pretty tall though. Look at.
I know.
Look at
The
that.
perspective's kind of weird.
Like they look like the same height.
Yeah. And Wrecker's in armor.
officer-
Wrecker's like
The officer
he's
actually
stout.
looks a little taller. I mean, I guess
Yeah,
Wrecker's a little
officer's
bit
like six
farther
six,
away,
7.
but that's a big. He's a big dude too.
Yeah.
He's like
Or
he's like
maybe
Agent Callus.
6'5". Which needs to be brought back in some other form, Agent Callus. We need to see him again. Maybe Rampart and Callus have beef.
Toilet humor. Good
Mhm.
job, Travis.
Yeah. Yes,
And it goes-
I have the information you're looking for right here in the refresher. Star Wars bathrooms are called refreshers or heads.
Right.
They've been they called it a head in a book I read, I think.
It's
Was that on the ship though?
It was on a ship,
yeah.
Okay.
and a refresher's also been referenced in Star Wars media somewhere.
It was in
that's it.
Mando
Never
season-
shown actually what it-
season 2.
Oh, that's right.
Or, no, Mando
That's
season
right,
1.
in Mando. Yeah, it's season 1. That first episode, the guy's like, "Can I use your refresher?"
Right.
I think that's the polite way of like saying restroom in Star Wars, like refresher. And then head is actually like for spacers.
Right. All right. So. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
What?
yeah.
Oh yeah. You
Yeah.
what?
I finally got the logs joke. I'm a little slow sometimes. I was
All right. I guess I left that up long enough.
Yeah, I finally got it. Thank you.
So we have Echo trying to crack the code. He got the info. Rampart still like, this isn't working. We gotta go. This isn't working. Like, this is the most give up guy ever.
Mhm.
It's like, you're not going to get let go by these guys until they get what they want. And what they want is to rescue their friend from another planet. So, but he does kind of come clean saying he doesn't know everything because he doesn't know the technical information about how the ships get their information before they go to Tantus.
To taint
And
Taintus.
Mhm.
they come up with the idea of smuggling Echo onto the ship that's going to get the information, and they'll follow closely while Echo deactivates their proximity centers, and the ship is going to attach to the ship before it jumps, which is
It's a bold plan, Cotton.
It's a bold plan. It's a
Mhm.
really bold plan. It's very
But
it's very Han Solo.
Yep.
if it wasn't for having Echo
Oh.
there, even though they're all very skilled at doing this is Bad Batch's. This is their expertise. Echo was the perfect one to do the infiltration for this part because he needed to access the computer on the ship. So
They're heisting.
I mean, they had the
Yeah.
they have the right dudes. They have the right equipment and the knowledge and the
Mhm.
skills and
Yeah. So Echo heads towards the
Rampart
the
starts to lose it though. He's like, "We're gonna die. We're gonna die."
Yeah, we need to get out of here. We need to abort the
Yeah.
mission.
yeah. Well,
This is not the mission I stand up for. I wanted somebody to say, "Pray I don't change it any further."
Yeah, but that doesn't happen quite yet because we get
Mhm.
cut back to Tantus first, and Omega decides she's going to try to take apart the walls in her room. Which brings me back to something that Travis said earlier. Here we go. Some people bring up how unrealistic it was for the wall to be taken apart with that tool, but the cell was likely designed with soft materials. That makes sense, but we do get a really heavy metal clang sound when Omega pops the walls apart and the panels start falling. I mean, maybe
It's very
edge of it is, but it's
a prefab. This base was built on the cheap, quick. You know how
Right.
you were saying like they have like the cheaper equipment? It's a prefab cell, so it's made of like tiles that like slide together. It's not
Right.
maximum security. Like they don't expect you to like be able to like go through the vents and like escape the whole mountain or something like that. Sort of like
Yeah,
don't even bother.
it's the children's penitentiary wing. I mean, how much
Uh-huh.
do you think they're putting into it?
Not much. It's prefabbed.
But it's
Also,
It's like,
but it's
can you
the
break?
Force User Children Penitentiary Wing.
I mean,
yeah,
they've tried to escape before and failed, so they're not.
But none of them are
super-
trained to use the Force.
you know the argument about
They're
like
lucky
how,
Omega didn't start setting them up with meditation circles.
you know the argument about the
She will.
contractors on the Death Star. This is another one of those things. Like the architect who designed the children's detention wing, excuse me, the force sensitive children's detention wing. That guy's a bad person.
Wait, who?
Whoever designed this place,
Oh
fully,
yeah,
fully knowing they're going to need a children's detention facility.
well they have. Yeah.
Oh, we know that. We know that. We know Hemlock's a bad guy.
Well, I mean, they could have just been told it's for Ugnaughts or Jawas or some
Oh,
other
okay.
small species.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Yeah.
because they're not above enslaving races of people. Or
No,
Snivians.
Gamorreans, you would need heavier duty stuff.
You can
Oh,
use
yeah.
bigger stuff, yes.
Yeah.
But with them, you would just put them in a pit, like dig out a
Mhm.
hole and put 'em in a
Give
pit.
them a giant, dangerous creature, and then they'll think that they're like in charge
Oh.
and not just another prisoner.
So, but while Omega's taking apart the wall, the other doctor comes in, is on her way, but somehow Omega is able to put the wall back together, the tiles, before Dr. Scalder gets to her cell.
How'd you know?
How'd she know? Who knows? Omega?
Yeah.
Well, I think when all those tiles fell, she kind of freaked out a little bit and was like,
Mhm.
all right, I got to put this back together super fast.
But she had a proof of concept.
But she did. But what I'm wondering though is why don't the actual cells have their own observation? Like that doesn't seem very imperial to me. I feel like that they would have a camera in each cell.
I would refer back to Andor. They don't care.
Yeah, it's hubris.
We got them. They're not doing anything.
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Try to escape? Okay, then we'll catch them. It's their own it's hubris.
Yeah.
What are they gonna say that's important between each other? Goo goo gaga. I'm sorry.
They might. That might be.
Children.
That might be a code for something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So Megan comes out and lets them know that she found their way out, and just chill, and she's gonna get them all out. My thinking though is I've heard a couple other people talk about it is, what if Omega gets her little crew of people out before
Her youths.
before Hunter and his crew show up to rescue her?
Oh, that'd be really awkward again.
Yeah.
I mean, how is Omega planning to get off the planet? Come on. I don't think she's thought it all the way through.
She can fly a ship. They just got to steal one.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough call.
So we get
That's a big ask.
we cut back to the space station, and we have Echo doing his little.
He's hacking.
I gotta get on board a ship.
He's Assassin Creeding it.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's
crouching.
He's doing
He's
like
crouching and staying out of the vision.
The X clone trooper, or the X. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
that assassin clone.
CX.
He's CX. He's doing that dude's moves.
Mm-hmm.
But we get another droid loading tube like they have on the Sandcrawler.
Yep.
Fitting
And
since he's half droid.
They're just sucking him up. And
so they showed like the droid umbilical, and then they're going to keep on using the droid umbilical.
Yeah.
Right? This is the second time we've seen it this season used for that purpose. A throwback to New Hope with the Jawas. It's great.
But we get this clone commando thinks something's going on.
Why is that clone commando there? Because he's going to be on the ship going back to Tantus.
Because it's convenient, and we're raising the stakes.
Pretty much. I mean, they're picking up supplies to bring to Tantus.
Because a normal stormtrooper would be like, nah.
Yeah.
You know,
well, they have the normal.
He would
literally see him and they'd be like, nah, I didn't see what
he would just have another partner who he'd be talking to instead of looking.
Right.
Did you see the new T16s?
Bingo. Yeah.
Yeah, some of the other guys were talking about
it. The clone commandos are actually, I was playing the clone commando game from back in the day of Xbox OG a little while ago, and they're the way they introduced the clone commandos in that game are like, you guys are better than the other commandos, other clones. You're the special ones. You're, so they build them up, and I'm sure that they probably had their obedience chips were like extra high calibrated. So
Now, these are regular stormtroopers.
These guys are all regular enlisted storm.
They kind of look like
the two guys with the light up visors are clones,
and then the enlistees,
and then the three guys in the armor are enlistees.
So
the guys in the stormtrooper armor kind of look different though. They look like pilot variants or something.
Yeah, because they have the hose attachments going on like the TIE fighter pilots will.
I just know that if the batch broke into this cockpit, they would have to be really fast on their like stun and kill button, like between them.
Yeah, those clone commandos are not they're not something to be looked at lightly.
But would they still stun them?
I don't know.
I mean, the other ones, the
Bad Batch
troopers,
whenever it's called for, they do what they need to do. Like they showed in the previous episode, they were blasting fools. If they're stealth, they stun. Like I think Echo stuns later in the episode. Stuns that because he needs to be stealth. You just can't have the full volume.
Yeah. Yeah. So Echo obviously makes it on that ship. Hunter, Crosshair, and Rampart make it back to Wrecker, and Wrecker's got that officer just slung over his shoulder, and he's wearing the officer's hat, which is just it's silly. Here we go. It's really silly. Like it's crooked and everything. Hats, huh? Like he
likes to take souvenirs.
No, but he gives it back to him. He plops him down and
puts his head on.
Oh,
yeah, because it's funny. Because that's even funnier.
Yeah. Here I'll here it comes.
Here you go.
And the dude's just knocked out. It's a little bit of humor. I mean, these last few episodes have been kind of dark, so you gotta have a little bit of humor. Okay. Let's see. I keep saying I apologize. We get some cool spaceship shots, some underside of a spaceship. Very Star Wars, right? It takes Echo a while to actually find his way to the control thing to undo it. He does stun one
Out here.
clone trooper. Sorry, this just looks cool.
I'll wait till
Um,
I'm done. We're almost done. Thank you. Oops,
Um,
sorry. We're doing it live.
Yep, doing it live. We're almost done with the episode thing, but there's a
I want
couple
to be
things
done now.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, this is when
I'm
Rampart
in the Phantom Zone.
starts going crazy about, you know,
Forgive me. Forgive me. Sorry, that's a Superman reference. I'm old.
yeah.
70s Superman for you kids out there.
1978 Donner cut.
Donner cut.
Omega, Hunter has all the faith in the world that Echo's going to pull off his thing. So at the last possible second, he actually is able to click on the. I'm just going to show it. Boom. And
Yeah,
we get,
they
and
they
that's
ratchet up the tension on that part.
they did. That was like the most tension
Suspenseful?
all season.
Yeah. The way Hunter,
I don't know about that.
Rampart once again freaking out, like we gotta abort this, and then Hunter's negative, like it was his
Don't
thickest.
listen.
It was the thickest his accent has ever been.
Yeah.
Hunters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because it was being very slow, deliberate, and meticulous.
Kiwi accent, you mean?
Yeah.
Negative.
It's sounding like
Very imperial,
yeah.
and commanding.
No.
Nar.
Just
No.
Nar
No.
is Australian.
Have you guys seen this movie? True Lies.
Yeah.
Also,
the
also
scene that Travis is talking about.
that's in
Uh-huh.
Commando.
I barely remember it.
That's in Commando.
Commando.
Okay, there you go.
My friend is dead tired.
Yeah. Breaks his neck, covers the hand, and then my friend's dead tired.
Oh.
Commando has so many one-liners. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh.
Commando also has the one where he pushes the guy through the steam vent and tells him to let off some steam.
Uh-huh.
Because of course that's a thing that's just gonna happen.
I lied.
Oh yeah. You like that guy.
Oh.
I like you, Benny. I killed you last.
That's bad if you automatically think of Superman 4. I'm sorry.
That
Superman.
that is not the best entry in the series.
John Cryer. It's funny though, John Cryer actually got to play Lex Luthor on the Supergirl TV show that was on the CW a couple years ago. How that comes full circle. But there was a couple things that Travis put in the chat earlier I wanted to touch on. Let me find his comments. Where is it? Oh yeah. Let's see. Dang it. My scroll wheel's being weird. Sorry. See. Let's see. Was it a stretch? But given their previous interaction, Toto returning with Bane and helping Omega, Toto does seem to have a soft spot for life forms in general, but
Life forms.
Does he though?
Pretty
Does it?
little life forms.
I feel like he questions things just a little bit before going the non-lethal route.
Yeah, but also when presented with babysitting, he was like, "What do I do with this thing?"
Right.
He seems pretty amoral. Like, at least that was the impression I got. But yeah, it's open to interpretation.
But that was the end of it. He had a big.
Also, he brought up the other thing. He does give Travis did mention, like, yeah, there is a means of escape. There will be another delivery at some point.
Yeah,
this is true. This is true.
Yeah, that. Could you imagine if Omega and her little group of friends are like hanging out in the hangar, expecting to get on the ship that's coming right now, and Echo comes off of the ship.
They spit in the Snoke soup.
Oh yeah,
Like, that's a mess.
They all follow with they all.
I wouldn't
they all
be
pee
surprised
in
if
it.
there's some kind of sabotage happening with Palpatine. I mean, if they're gonna tie it in, you might as well go all the way.
Yeah.
I have a feeling because of the failure of this Omega project, that's why Palpatine is looking so bad by the end of Rise of Skywalker, because all this research got the Bad Batch ruined it.
And he's bad off because he's got, instead of like 2 tubes, he's got many tubes. That's not good.
Very strange places.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you think about this one? A possible reason that Rampart turns.
Also, if you thought you're in charge of the prospect of your boss being your boss for the rest of your life.
Revelation Rampart that they're holding real children, unlikely, but what does that mean, real children?
Like,
as opposed to,
well, like they're holding children. They're living, breathing children as prisoners, not just clones. But because Rampart hates clones, but
I would like
some
to
of the
see
prisoners
Rampart
on that planet are not clones.
join the rebellion.
They're poor innocent children.
But you also got to think of this way. Rampart, you got to remember who Rampart is. Rampart is the guy who opened fire on Camino to Poca City, destroying all of that.
He was just following orders.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the clones can kind of sympathize with that. That's all they were doing too when they all decided to shoot on the Jedi. So, yeah. And then he's also got this one last one. If the kids sneak off on Cad Bane's ship, when if Can and Toto do come back in the by the end.
Do you think we're going to see Cad Bane again this season?
Unlikely,
I think, but
I think it's unlikely. I was really hoping to see a Cad Bane Boba Fett gunfight actually animated, not that sticky, like choppy animatic that they have. Like I want to see it like full fledged out, like a good
Tales of the Bounty Hunters. I think that's where we're going to see it.
But yeah, I don't think we're gonna see that until the next animated series, if Omega
next year. Tales of the Bounty Hunters.
Part of it. You think they're gonna do that? Tales of the Bounty Hunters next year?
Yeah.
They're not gonna do Tales from the Mos Eisley Cantina
with Mando season 4. There's a lot of stuff. If there is Mando season 4.
Okay, I was gonna say Mando season 4. Do you know something I don't? Because the last thing I knew is everybody doesn't know anything.
I mean, they're gonna want to have a show a filler show at least, so we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, there's like a lot of people are speculating that once the Mando and Grogu movie comes out, there's no more Mando TV show. We're gonna get something else, and the Mandalorian franchise will just be relegated to the movie theater. But
movie theater.
I don't know.
2 more episodes left.
All right, 2 more episodes left.
2 more episodes left.
And so we just one more comment from Travis. that would be a cool scenario with Boba Fett that he's also a prisoner somewhere. I wonder if, but he's a clone with no modifications at all.
None at all.
He's a
He would be
pure,
the-
he's
he'd be
pure
the control.
Django.
Yeah, the control unit, control
Okay.
sample.
Right. Right. So does that mean
there would be uses for him.
would that mean that maybe Django is a descendant of
It's freezing out here now.
oh god, who's the Mandalorian Jedi?
Oh, yeah, the Darksaber one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm typing it.
But I
You
mean
can try access this.
I feel like
Tar Vizsla.
Tar Vizsla. There you
Oh
go.
yeah,
That'd be cool. But yeah, I think though at this point in time, Boba is with his bounty hunting crew, like Bosk and Dengar and Zuck. You know
I'm fucking cold.
that
I'm just gonna go over here. Don't worry.
group that he was with
No.
in Clone Wars season, was that season 5
Mhm.
or was that Rebels? I don't know. Season 5 because he was
Doing
teamed up
all
with,
the disintegrations they want.
doing all this and trying to kidnap children and everything.
Mhm.
So maybe that'll be the next prisoner delivery, like in the middle of all this, with Boba bringing in
Maybe.
Boba and Bosk bringing in somebody.
Mhm.
Oh man, but that'd be kind of crazy. So next week we have the second to last episode. And yeah, I heard it's kind of going to be on the short side, so that's a little disappointing. Hopefully, it's not too short.
Next week is short.
Yeah.
How would they
and I
know?
hope that's just what's going around. I heard that from Star Wars Meg. So she's pretty diligent about researching the claims that she makes. So
Even more reason they should.
I'm
have the
comfortable
last two
with
episodes
quoting
together.
her.
They should just put the last two together. I don't know what they're doing. So weird.
Well, I think they wanted the finale to be as close to May 4th as possible.
Okay, then we should
So-
have a gap week where they can buffer up an episode. I don't know. Just ending
Well,
a series
on May-
on a
but
20
on
minute
May-
episode.
No, the final episode, the second to last episode is a short episode. They're speculating that the final episode is going to be extra long.
Okay.
So
No, I'm fine. I'm not loud.
that's spec. So thanks for chatting with us, Travis. Have a
Thanks
good
for
one.
tuning in.
Of course, be with
Yes, thanks a lot. I think it's just hearing the echo is
you. Right.
what makes me.
But yeah, it's 8:30, so it's a good time to go ahead and call it a day. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Again, let me know what rank I should set my badge up
Downvote.
with.
Downvote.
Vice
I will-
Admiral.
I'll be vice. It's one of the lists. Yeah. But I got a short
I
sleeve
didn't get
shirt.
here
I don't
on
really
looks
see too many
alone.
vice admirals wearing short sleeves.
Well, when
But,
you're Vice Admiral, you can do your own thing.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call it a day. May the force be with you, and we'll see you next week.